Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress for private team interactions. Now depending on how you want to work with your team, there will be times when you'll want to make information easily accessible to them without the pages or posts being made public. Now this is because you want to document the progress your team is making and to be able to show prospects that you have an active organization. Now you can use the tools in WordPress to do this without much specialized knowledge. One of the easiest ways to do this is to make sure that the posts or pages for a specific team are password protected. The password protection can be set at any time that you actually create the post. As you can see, when you're creating a post, you can go to the visibility section, and all you need to do is to click password protected. Now this can be done without additional plugins or third-party software. Now another way to do this is to make your entire site invisible to the search engines. You can designate in your WordPress settings that you want to discourage search engines from making your content available. And you can see that it's as simple as checking a button inside your WordPress site. Now the upside is that all of your information will be private, but the downside is that you'll forfeit all of the brand building elements of WordPress. Marketers who are willing to invest more time into their site can download membership-style plugins like S2 Member. And as you can see here, S2 Member has a free version right here. Now these plugins force users to log in order to see content. However, they do require a fair amount of technical knowledge to start and maintain the site. Now, there are also paid membership plugins like Wishlist Member and MemberSonic, both of which keep certain content private and certain content public. Now, in the next video, we'll discuss one of the purposes of private content in your network marketing business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to conclude this course and start with the question of whether or not you should include a contact form on your WordPress website. Now, if you're going to sell things on your WordPress site, you may be considering using a contact form. In some cases, you can get a plugin that does this, as well as a theme with the function of contact form built in. However, WordPress's core functionality relies on your server to send email. In some cases, this email is easily blocked by internet service providers and ends up being undelivered. So you'll want to be careful about relying on a contact form using WordPress. This is especially true when you have prospects visiting your site and leaving messages. Now there's a fairly technical setup that will allow you to use an email sender like Mandrill or SendGrid. And you can use these systems in conjunction with server-based technology like OS Ticket. However, if this is beyond your technical desire, it's better to rely on some kind of cloud-based help desk service such as Zendesk or Freshdesk. This will ensure delivery and help you to keep a record of your contacts and help you to respond quickly. In conclusion, as you can see, WordPress is customizable to what you need for communication in your business. You've seen specialized functions. You've heard the discussion on WordPress as a sales tool. And you've been given insight on using WordPress to train and track your team's activity. Documentation for public and private interaction was covered, and of course, a review was done of basic functions. You now know how WordPress can help you in your network marketing business. Now, you'll want to engage further so that you can learn exactly how to implement WordPress in your business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I'll see you either in another video or in another course. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing basics of the WordPress platform. Now as a network marketer, you'll want to know the basic function and purpose of a few things in WordPress before you begin to start using them. Now because it's so flexible, customizable, and open source, there are many options available that can be overwhelming and keep you from using WordPress as a tool in your arsenal as a marketer. Now the technical aspect of WordPress is easy to understand how to use, but knowing what to do with the platform as a network marketer will keep you from getting sidetracked. Now, it's best to provide a discussion of the customizable elements that you will be using in most of your networking business. Now in the dashboard area that some people call your site's back office, you'll see an area for posts. And in your dashboard area, you'll see it on the left-hand side menu. If you hover over it, you'll see that the posting section has all posts, add new post, categories, and tags within the sub menu. Now this is a feature that you'll be using for updates, news, and things that are basically non-permanent aspects of your business. You want to talk about a change in the comp plan, you'll use a post. If you want to talk about an upcoming training, use a post. You want to talk about your thoughts on a particular way of doing business, use a post. Now, someone who reads your posts on a regular basis will know what's going on in your business from day to day. Now, if you are a social media user and you understand the concept of a news feed, consider posting as the news feed of your website and your personal network marketing brand. Now, you can add any kind of content that you like to a post. You can write out your thoughts into a blog post. You can write out some short thoughts and add in an audio or video. You can add in images and do a brief explanation as to their importance. If you can think of a kind of content, you can use your WordPress post to communicate it. Typically, a visitor will see the titles of multiple posts so that they can find other content that they're interested in. The posts are dated, and a visitor will typically experience them in chronological order. Posts are organized by categories, which you will specify when you create them, and which users can search by and read them. Because of the nature of the newsfeed aspect of posts, WordPress makes available a comments area. And you'll see it in the back office here. And as you can see at this point, there are no comments. And when a visitor comes to your site, they'll have the opportunity to post a response. Your readers can make comments on what you share in your post, and you'll get notification of them in your email. You'll be able to write or post a response to them on the actual site, to which they will get a notification at their email address. Now, this is a great tool for social proof and can be attractive to prospects who want to know what it's like to work with you and your team. It's also a good way to keep your hand on the pulse of your team and your prospects. You'll also see the Pages section inside of WordPress. And you'll see that area on the left side menu. If you hover over the link, you'll see where you can look at all the pages, and you can actually add or create a new page. Now, pages are the places on your site where you'll be communicating permanent to semi-permanent information about you and your network marketing business. Do you have a philosophy on how you do network marketing? Use a page. Do you want to provide information about your primary opportunity? Use a page. Do you want to tell someone who you are and what you've been doing as an entrepreneur? Use a page. Do you want to sell a training product? Use a page for your sales letter. Like posts, pages can hold any kind of content or information that you want to communicate. They can be organized by both the navigational menu or the other pages. Now, since pages communicate longer-term information, you want to make sure that the information will make sense on your site in future months. Pages are typically undated and do say to your visitor that you're communicating something that's unlikely to change. One more item you'll see in the dashboard is the Appearance section. Now, this is where you can customize the look of the site. You can change the entire theme of the site in order to totally make it over and change its look. Now, WordPress does have some free themes available, and as you advance in your understanding of WordPress, you can purchase a theme to use. As we are in the back office, you'll see that there's a link for the appearance. If we hover over it, we can see that there are themes, customization, widgets, menus, and editor, all ways that we can actually customize our WordPress website. And as you've just seen, you can change the look of individual pages by using widgets. Widgets are ways that you can add HTML code to just about anything within reason and will appear on the... Now, widgets are ways that you can add in HTML code to just about anything within reason, and will appear on all of the pages that you designate. For example, do you want to add an opt-in form and have it appear on all of the posts and pages? If so, you would use a widget for this purpose. Finally, there's a section of the site called plugins. Plugins will allow you to change how your site works as well as what it actually does. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or even a limited version available. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or even a limited version. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or an even Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee and Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee and or even a limited version available for free. Now, you can change the entire purpose of a site with just one plugin. For example, you could change the site into an appointment calendar with a plugin. You could change your WordPress site into an online class marketplace or a real estate for sale site. There is no limit to what developers can come up with and what you have access to use. Now, while there are a few more things technical in nature that would benefit you, to WordPress technical in nature that would benefit you, those are the basic functions of WordPress. Anyone that has used a mouse or keyboard will be able to navigate WordPress and change its content. Now, the key is knowing what you want to accomplish in your network marketing business and then using the tools that these basics provide to you. Now, in many cases, purchasing business tools for WordPress, such as OptimizePress, which gives you business and sales pages, or Wishlist Member, which gives you a membership site, make it easier to turn WordPress into a tool for monetization. But even if you were to choose these tools in WordPress as use the tools in WordPress as is, you can use your site to maintain and grow your network marketing business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, I'm going to be discussing using WordPress to document your team information and progress. Now, keeping a chronicle of what your team did and accomplished can help you in a number of ways. It can serve as an encouragement for new team members to see where leaders started before their success with your team. It can also serve as a blueprint when members of your team or downline begin to create their own organization. Therefore, it's a good idea to take time to create posts as things are happening with you or your organization. You want to make sure each post is categorized appropriately. This will keep people from being confused about different activities you're involved in. Now, you can make the post private, as discussed earlier, by password protecting certain posts. This will be especially helpful when your team is developing a method that you may later want to sell to the general public. The documentation process will aid you if you want to take what you did and provide proof that your method works. Now, lastly, this may be a case where you won't want your comments to be made public. That being the case, you'll want to respond to your team and downline through additional posts instead of in the comments area. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing why you want to use WordPress. Now, one of the most attractive features about the WordPress platform is that it's free to use. Now, some marketers use the free hosted platform that WordPress provides through its WordPress.com website. Now, this platform, since the hosting is free, is shared by millions worldwide and is somewhat limiting in what you're able to do to customize the look and the function. However, if you're willing and able to invest in your own hosting, you'll be able to use the free software to build out your website platform. The WordPress actually maintains the platform through its centrally located hub, sending updates to users to keep your site safe from spammers and hackers and identity thieves. Now, instead of free, it's probably more accurate to call WordPress an open source platform. That means that programmers with the source code can design different looks, which are called themes, and functionality, which is called plugins, for users that have specific goals and problems. Now, these developers are able to create a wide range of applications to the platform that they can either give away, sell, or provide lead generation versions, which they call the light version, and then allow people to upgrade by paying to the pro version. So developers are constantly solving the problems that individuals have, so that just about anything you need a website to do has already been provided or can be developed. And you can tell this if you do a simple Google, Bing, or Yahoo search for WordPress themes or WordPress plugins. Now, in most cases, WordPress will not require that the person that's updating the site either know or understand anything about coding. If a user can write, type, or operate a mouse, and that's you, this is going to be more than enough skill required to operate a WordPress site successfully. A user that's already learned skills of creating hyperlinks, font effects, and placing images will already find that they are able to control a great deal of activity on their WordPress website. Now, due to the nature of available functionality and ease of use and its basic free costs, you have a platform that's flexible enough to handle the dynamic nature of your personal and business relationships in the industry. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.